Digital drawing has become something you cannot miss in the creative industry. Whether it's for illustrators, graphic designers, or game artists, the product that is a drawing tablet has become essential. But it is no secret that drawing tablets and displays are quite pricey, especially a certain brand that has gained and kept the crown for years in the industry. Obviously, I'm talking about Wacom, a company known for its high-quality drawing tablet products. When I wanted to get into digital drawing for the first time, all I really came across online were Wacom products. Not realizing that there were actually alternatives, I spent way too much money which I could have possibly spent on something even better for the same price or less. Though, now that it's a few years later, I'll have to admit I still haven't used anything aside from Wacom products, as other brands are kind of hidden away still when it comes to local stores. That was, until recently, a certain company contacted me through email, asking if I was willing to review their product that they would provide to me. Now, at first, I won't lie, I was a bit skeptical. For whatever reason, all my trust was still with just Wacom. But as I talked to the employee, who was very kind mind you, I started taking interest in this brand I had never even heard about. So, a while passed and I got a box in the mail containing the GAOMON drawing tablet. At first glance, the box was surprisingly simple yet very professional looking. The build quality of the box itself was very decent. But once I opened the box, I was a bit surprised, as the drawing tablet wasn't in some kind of frame, but instead took up the whole box itself, which seemed a tad dangerous to me, but it's nothing major. Inside the box were a few things, including the drawing tablet obviously, as well as spare nibs, the pen, which was in a little plastic wrapper, the cable, and a little piece of paper showing the link to the website to download the driver. Now, before we get to the comparison and overall review of the actual tablet, I just wanted to let you all know that I actually did a speed paint earlier using this drawing tablet. So if you're curious about that, please do check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. Now, to get to the actual product, and well, honestly, where do I even start? At first sight, the tablet is somewhat similar to the older Wacom intuos series, having thick bezels surrounding the actual drawing area. I personally don't mind it too much, it can be a nice palm rest, but at the same time it does give the drawing tablet a bit of a bulky feel, which I know some people don't like that much. One thing that stands out a lot about the tablet are buttons on the left side of the tablet, who do seem a bit messy. Buttons can indeed be very useful, but the amount of buttons on this thing might be a little bit overkill. And aside from that, they're also a tad strange design-wise. Of course, you could get used to this, but in my opinion, a more slick and space-saving design like that of the Intuos Pro feels and looks a lot nicer. One more thing about the buttons, they are very clicky, and I mean very clicky. I obviously don't speak for everyone, but as someone who has quite the trouble concentrating, hearing a loud click whenever you use the Ctrl-C to undo something, which is a lot by the way, it can get a tad annoying or even distracting. Now, for the pen, I actually don't mind the pen at all. It is pretty alright. It does feel a bit cheap to the touch, and it does use a battery, so you have to charge it every now and then, but overall it's a very decent pen. The pen also has two buttons on the side which you can customize, which is very handy for a fluid workflow. Though the actual customizing of the buttons was a lot less advanced than that of the Wacom, but it has plenty of options to fit your workflow needs anyway. The buttons do make a pretty loud clicking noise compared to the buttons of my Wacom Pro Pen 2, but if this matters or not is really up to you personally. There's also no eraser on the back, since that's where the charger port is, so just to let you know. Before we move on to the comparison bit, let's talk about specs. The GAOMON M106K is 36 cm in length and about 25 cm wide. The thickness of the tablet is also very decent, as its thickest point is only about a centimeter thick. The drawing tablet connects to your PC using mini USB, which is a bit outdated, but it works I suppose. The cable does tend to have a hard time going in and out of the tablet, being nearly impossible for me to pull out with one hand. Not only that, but it also makes this weird clicking noise when being pulled out of the device, which does sound a bit worrying to me. The pen also supports 2048 levels of pressure, compared to Wacom Intuos' 8192 levels of pressure. Now of course, again, whether this matters or not depends on the person. So now let's get to the comparison. I have two other drawing tablets here, one of them being the Intuos Draw and the other one being the Intuos Pro Medium. Now to start things off, let me quickly remind you of the price points here. The Wacom Intuos Draw costs about 80 euros as I'm recording this. The Intuos Draw has 2048 levels of pressure sensitivity and has a drawing area of 152 by 95 millimeters. Now clearly this is a lot smaller than the drawing area of the GAOMON M106K. The Wacom Intuos Draw also has only 4 buttons to use and customize on the tablet itself, which isn't a lot, but it can do the job just fine. When it comes to connection, the Intuos Pro uses USB-C, which really is the future of USB as of now. The Wacom Intuos Pro also comes with Bluetooth connectivity and a battery, which the GAOMON doesn't. Of course, even with the pros of the Wacom Intuos Pro, you can't deny the price difference between this and the GAOMON tablet are insane. The Intuos Pro costs you $350 as of now. With that money, you could buy at least 5 of these GAOMON drawing tablets, which is honestly insane. Even though I do believe Wacom makes great products, I also believe a lot of their stuff is very overpriced. Perhaps it's because they don't have much serious competition, at least they didn't in the past. Right now, more and more companies are appearing with great drawing tablets and displays, and this GAOMON tablet is no exception. It gets the job done perfectly fine and seems pretty durable. If you want to start drawing digitally, I really suggest you look into brands such as this one, because there is a huge possibility that you could indeed get way more for your money than you would getting a Wacom tablet. Well, that's all for my GAOMON M106K tablet review. Please know I have zero experience with reviewing products, so this video is probably a bit messy and very unprofessional. I just hope I can inform some people of this great alternative and help them save a lot of money when looking for the next drawing tool. Thanks for GAOMON for providing the product. I wish their company a lot of luck in the future, as well as other tablet brands competing with Wacom. Thanks for watching. If you want to check out the drawing tablet for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description to the store page. If you did like the review, please consider liking the video. It means a bunch. For now, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!